man, and all of a sudden, you know what it is? Because I went to fucking septic
Yeah.
universe. You know what I'm saying? I did. I went
You're
to
in a
Universal.
petri dish.
Yeah, dude,
Fucking
touching-
disease. You might as well have gone to daycare.
Seriously, dude.
Yeah.
Well, no, but here's the thing about that, man, is that like, you know, we took Ava out of pre-K because when I started Vilardi Digital, I was working from home. Why spend $1,000?
Yeah.
Stay home with me. I can teach you ABC 1, 2, 3. Fucking gives a shit.
Yeah. Watch Doc McStuffins all day.
Well, not all day. not like an asshole, right? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, essentially, take her out of school. So we did.
Yeah.
And she used to have coughing, like just chronic cough,
Yeah.
chronic sneezing, chronic all this stuff. In months, gone, nothing. So we go to Universal for Noah's birthday, and then now I'm all,
Is she okay? Does
yeah,
she have
she's
anything?
fine. No, she's fine.
Kids have great immunities.
They do.
Well, they have to build immunities first, but
Yeah, but what's going down?
oh man, just kicking it, jerking it,
Jerking it,
working it.
wagging it, yeah.
Shiggity, 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 shack. Smack it.
I dated a girl one time.
You dated a girl or did a girl?
I dated.
Okay.
Yeah, both, but I said dated. I dated a girl one time that legit like was terrified of Wi-Fi. Like used to shut off her phone at night
Oh,
and like unplug the router.
I have
The RFID
Jenny gave
thing.
me the.
Yeah.
This is so because I was like, where, like in my sciatic, this happened
Yeah.
at the same time. Like I get these tinglings, and she's like, that could be radiation from your phone in your back pocket for so long. Let me
Could be.
get you this sticker, and I'm like, cool.
Could be.
What does it do?
Oh
It doesn't do anything. I still get the
no,
tingles.
it might be.
Still
I
get
don't
the
know, man.
tingles.
Listen. Here's what I do know for a fact. When you buy a new phone, it comes with wired headphones.
Yeah.
Like these guys. There's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
wire. Okay. And I think because if you read the trifold of
The user
warning labels,
informations.
I think somewhere in there in the finest of finest prints, it'll say because the minimum safe distance, you're not supposed to hold that thing to your head.
Yeah, yeah.
You're supposed to speakerphone or
Speakerphone.
use the, you know, I don't know what it's a foot long or whatever
the
that distance
selfie
is.
stick to talk. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Sounds like you're in a tunnel.
Dude,
No,
that-
I'm on a selfie stick.
That reminds me of like when I was in the Coast Guard and we were on the boat and we were like finally got cell phone reception. All of us like this, like just trying to hold it up, fucking find that shit.
Oh, when you're in the Coast Guard, you mean?
Yeah, in the water, in the middle.
That's
of the water.
amazing that the cutter or whatever the hell you're
Yeah.
on didn't have.
dude. It was early 2000s. It wasn't there.
Yeah, but
We barely had T1 lines or satellite.
Sure, but cop cars always have like those. They always have multiple like domey antenna.
That's like
things.
local shit, man. You're thinking this is like
Yeah,
out in the
you're
middle
out.
of the fucking ocean.
Yeah, how far out did you go?
In the middle of the fucking Gulf of Mexico, bro.
Well, that's not that far.
If you think about it, it kind of is.
Dude's like that's 90
Okay,
miles a Cuba,
90
man.
mi- but that's still a lot for a Wi-Fi signal or a T1 line, as they
I
would
don't
call
know.
it. To reach.
Now with Starlink, you know, Elon's Starlink, you can
Starlink.
get Wi-Fi everywhere. You been watching any of that, dude? It's Meltdown.
I just got
Pretty
into
great.
that and the whole like protest thing,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna pay attention to any of it.
Yeah, I don't have a side, but I will say it's really interesting to watch. It's really interesting to watch people just melt down.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, right or wrong. And again, I don't have a side or a take on it. With the protests are really interesting to me because like BLM's out there
Yeah.
and like Free Palestine, you know,
It's all
like
in
what
one,
does
one
that
for
have
all,
to
all for one, one
yeah,
for all.
but what's so interesting? Oh, and then there's like I don't know, man. I saw this image that had like a lot of different flags out there, and it just made me think that like sometimes people just want a platform to fucking vent.
Well, most charities are, you know, they make money, and the people make money, so they want to be there to make the money. So
Make more money. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I hope everybody's safe because that sucks. That sucks for sure.
do you know anybody in LA anymore? Or no.
Yeah, I still got some cousins that live out there. Some people we grew up with, like one of my best friends, my sister's best friends that was in her wedding. Not a whole lot of people that I still talk to, but Yeah, there's like a few
They're out
people.
there.
They're out there. But LA's huge.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about like population wise, I think like LA's bigger than most states population wise.
Yeah.
If you can
Not like
imagine that.
Landmass wise is like Jacksonville's huge, but the
Right.
population is small.
Yeah, right, exactly. And so like don't quote me on those numbers, but I'm sure I'm not far off is that I think that like LA County is just fucking massive because California is massive.
Yeah.
It's like its GDP, its own GDP is like
What is it? Alaska, Texas, then California. Those are the biggest states, maybe.
something like that.
Something
But
like
just
that.
even their gross domestic product like rivals most countries. Like
Yeah.
that means like the state of California
That's why
generates
they're always
more.
talking about California breaking off into the ocean and then
Sure, or
their
something,
own
yeah,
coast.
or something, right? Yeah, but it's pretty wild. I don't know, it's weird. You ever sneeze, fart?
No.
You ever cough, sneeze?
Yes.
You ever cough, fart?
No.
Interesting. Yeah.
There's that what is it in Grown Ups where he's talking about the sneeze, fart, cough, or whatever at the same time. It's like, how do you do that? But I won't sneeze and fart at the same time because I'm afraid of what will happen after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
hurt a lot.
I saw a thing on TikTok for like the emergency shark kit. Right? And essentially it had like, you know, it was like this big, it was like a little zippy. It had like the red cross on there, like the you know, like a typical
It should have a biohazard on it.
but it was brown and you opened it up and there was like some wipes in there and then like an emergency pair of temporary underwear and then like a little bag that you could put your shitty underwear in, dude.
Can you choose boxers or briefs for
No,
that?
I don't know. I didn't click
Or
on
boxer briefs?
I didn't click on the ad, but I did send it to somebody who was like, you know, habitual sharter. Which to me is like you're pushing, dude. Like well, let me back it up. I think diet matters for sure because you could just have like a juicy one,
Yeah.
right? And that's gross, but it happens, right? And it mostly only happens to guys.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Because girls never fart. Wink, wink.
Or poop.
Or poop. Or you know do anything horrible, right? But anyway, I think that I think if you have like a proper diet or even like a semi-regular diet, you know what foods make you gassy,
Yeah.
right? Like I can tell you right now, if I eat pizza,
Yeah.
it's gonna make me fart, right? But if I had like fish, or if I had chicken, or if I had steak and broccoli, or you know regular food,
Yeah.
little to no gas, you know. But going back to pizza day, when I eat the pizza, if I feel it coming, I'm not like, I don't bear down and to get her out of there. And I think that's where people are.
cheek it.
Yeah, I think that's where people get into trouble. I just kind of let it naturally come to
Yeah.
pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't stop it or start it. It just kind of happens.
It just kind of happens.
Right?
Yeah.
And so therefore I don't have any crapsidents or anything.
Oh,
right? Like I
man.
think.
It's funny
Yeah.
that
You ever
mentioned-
have one of those though?
It's funny that you mentioned. Are we recording now? Like
Yeah,
video
this
and
thing
stuff?
hold this
All
thing's
right,
been
good,
recording
good.
since we started.
Because I didn't want to say this, but this is
Yeah.
it happened today. It was I was in the kitchen just cooking.
Yeah.
I've been eating a lot of vegetables. I had
Vegetables are good.
like diverticulitis. You know
What?
what I'm saying? Diverticulitis. It's
No.
where you have like little small holes in your intestines that emit like acid and stuff like that.
Is that like Crohn's disease?
I don't know if it's like Crohn's, but certain things
How you spell?
diverticulitis
got it.
or diverticulosis.
Ticulitis.
And you eat certain things, it upsets your stomach like crazy. So I've been eating a lot of vegetables, trying to eat better, no fried foods, little cheese and stuff like that. But yeah, before I got here, I was cooking dinner for the kids and stuff, and I had one of those moments where it's just like, dip, 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 doing my thing. I'm gonna fart. Oh, it's a shit.
Did you touch cloth or like full poo?
No, well, it was one of those where you catch them.
Oh yeah. You
catch it?
Everything goes into lockdown.
You catch it.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's nothing in the underwear that you're wearing, but
Yeah.
you go, and take care of business, whatever. You wipe it down, and I don't know why my mind is like this, and this is like a random thought thing that I have, which is part of this podcast. It's me just like spewing my fucking brain
Tangent.
out. I have this whole notebook full of shit now.
That's why we're here.
All right, not
here to-
literal as shit.
That's
but,
why I'm here.
And
That's why we're here.
that's why we're here. And I wiped, and I was like, this looks like one of those Rorschach tests, like
This means
the
something.
spotted ink. Like, so you wipe it and you look at it and you're
This
like,
means
oh,
something.
4 more months of winter or some shit like that. You know?
Dude, why? So why? I wonder if girls do that, and I should probably ask my wife. But like when you wipe, you look at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you wipe and then fold it over and reuse the same guy, or is it the same batch of
No,
TP?
you reuse it.
So you wipe,
Reuse it once,
fold
at
it over
least.
itself. You're a
Once
twofer.
and this
Yeah.
this goes back to one of the podcasts that we had long ago, which
Yeah.
we were talking about this being an introductory version of our podcast because we've done this 3 times now.
Yeah, dude. Third
and
time's a charm.
I was talking about Skylar, my 22-year-old. He was like 14 or 15 at the time, but he would use toilet paper like half of a fucking roll at a time. And I'm just like, guy, you just gotta like reuse it, like, you know, fold it in half, wipe it. No. He didn't- he
Yeah,
never
I
did
found
that, so.
I found for me the best technique is less, but more.
Less is more.
No, and here's what I mean. It's like
The old adage, less is more.
Yeah. No, less at a time, but more times.
Right.
Right? So not like more times.
Right.
Right? It's less.
I love how this is how it started for us right now today. It's
Yeah.
talking about shit and wiping your ass.
Well, I mean, so yeah. Well, you know,
It's like, we didn't start with, hey guys, this is Rob and this is Justin.
oh,
and
they'll
we're
figure
gonna
that
talk
shit
about-
out.
we're gonna
Listen,
talk
man,
about-
they'll figure out who we
It's like,
are later.
Let's just
get right into it.
Let's just pound it in, 2-knuckle this thing, you know?
Yeah,
Like-
I think no, there's no foreplay, man. I think so it's an interesting thing that you're bringing up. You listen to a lot of podcasts?
Yes, I do.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I find the best ones, there's all different kinds of
Yeah.
styles, hooks, opens, you know, the ones I like the most, or the ones that I find that are like the easiest to listen to, and B, like the more interesting to me, are the ones that it's just you're kind of like voyeuristically in on a conversation that's naturally occurring.
People being
Right.
people.
Yeah, man. Hands across America. Hey, we almost did a couple of breaks in the chain. Almost made it. Almost made it. But yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so to the point of like, who are you? Who am I? You know, it'll be on the website. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People figure it out.
I'm Justin. That's Robbie. I'm Justin.
This is how we do
That's
it.
what-
Yeah,
Robbie, that's your
I
kid.
know this is me, right?
That's it.
is me
This one's
now?
yours, that
All
one's
right,
mine,
this is-
that one's us.
Where's the other one?
It's over there.
No,
Yeah.
that's
That's
the
fine.
other one.
Yeah,
Can I see me?
Yeah, that sees the
Sort
whole
of.
room.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine. It sees the whole room. But yeah, whoever's listening will figure it out. And I think over time this will just, you know, this is our third time.
Yeah.
And every time it got a little bit better.
Yeah.
Right? So it started during COVID
Yeah.
in my office, and
Yep.
then we moved it, and then it was like a break for a couple years.
Yep.
And then we brought it back at my office at the old agency
Right.
I worked at,
And then you had your baby. You had Ava.
and then had the so
first
had the
time with
baby.
Ava.
COVID, baby.
Okay. And I told you, I said, you're going to have this baby. We're not going to be able to do this. And you're like, no, man, it'll be fine. And
No, it
totally
wasn't.
wasn't fine.
It wasn't fun.
Totally wasn't.
Well, no, because you were right and I was
Yeah.
wrong. That's okay. I don't mind. I don't have to be right all the time, Robbie. I'm okay with it. Wrong most of the time works for me. I don't have to be all the
I
time.
still feel great about it.
Yeah.
Still feel great about it.
Like you're right.
Yeah, but the office thing was because you moved.
But that was an upgrade, though,
Yeah.
right? And then now here
Now
we are,
we're-
Vilardi Digital
I think
Studios.
this is
it. This is the height of luxury.
luxury.
No, and this is cool. Well, you know, I had this thing. Something really crazy happened in September.
Yeah.
Of this year for me, like emotionally and mentally, like a switch went off that was like, yo, dude, if you're gonna do it, whatever it is, in this case it was like, yo, if you're gonna start your own marketing agency, just fucking do it.
Go big or go
Like
home.
you know, because I think we all kind of tell ourselves we can't do
Yeah.
it, whatever your it is, right? Money, time, I don't know. The thousands of fucking reasons we all tell each other we're not good enough to do a thing or not
Yeah.
smart enough or whatever, right?
Something can't happen.
And something really fucking rad happened, where I just said, dude, I'm gonna fucking do it. Fuck it. Right?
Fuck everything.
And so that was September for the marketing, and it was amazing because it just,
Yeah.
you know, and like praise fucking God, dude, because like it's a huge leap of faith, right? And it was like to say to Pam, hey, crazy idea. Are you? And she was so, dude.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, we're
My girl,
gonna be
dude,
struggling. But
she's my ride or die.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
and
awesome.
and we kind of
Yeah.
struggled. You know, we struggled when she was getting her master's.
yeah, I
right?
remember. I remember that.
And we
doing
had a
it
kid in the
in
house
your
and the
office.
thing.
I
And
remember doing that whole thing. Yeah.
yeah. You know, and
she was grad school and working
and
right?
still working.
Yeah.
And we had a brand new baby.
yeah.
And yeah, she went down to like part time, but she was still working as a nurse, like so 13-hour shifts, you know. So hard wasn't foreign to us. We just kept kind of changing the level of hard, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, let's have a baby, buy a house. Those things are together pretty difficult, radical life changes, but we did them simultaneously because fucking America, let's go for it. And that's why I love her, man. Like she's the perfect amount of logic and even
keeled.
even keeled
Yeah.
that I need, but is also down to FAFO.
Yeah.
Fuck around, find out. Let's just see what happens, right?
Yeah.
So I think so it's worked. But anyways, so like when September came around, and I was working at this other agency, and I was there for about a year, and it was great, but there was some things weren't quite connecting for me, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do my own thing. And I went and talked to her, and I said, hey, I'm just gonna do it. And like I really like, I've had those thoughts before,
Yeah.
but never acted on them for, again, all the reasons that people don't do shit. And I just remember laying in bed, and it was like, I remember it being really hot. This is gonna sound so weird. You know when you're laying in bed, you're just like, you kick all the sheets off because you're just like hot, like you got a fever.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a fever, but it wasn't like an illness. I just felt uneasy in my soul about it, and I was like struggling with it. And finally, I just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And I woke up I finally went to sleep. I woke up the next day. I told Pam, hey, I'm thinking this. I can't do it unless I have 100% of your support. This is what I think it's going to feel like. It's going to be like. It's going to smell like. It's going to taste like. I have some client prospects, but nothing, guaranteed. And she was just like, yeah, dude, love you. Go for it. I was like, sick.
Sweet.
And dude, just,
That's
which was
marriage.
fucking kick ass.
Good marriage
It's
there.
it's rad. Yeah, it's been good. And then this fucker,
Yeah.
I just kept,
Pushing.
my brother, my oldest brother was like, hey, you want an office? Because I'm working from home. Which is the nice thing about digital marketing is you don't need a building. It's all online. It's all this.
Yeah.
It's all one of these ones. Yeah, so he was like, do you want an office? I was like, I don't really want to pay for an office space. And he was just like, nah, like it's an empty space. So I was like, can I build a studio? And I don't even know why I said that.
Yeah.
I was like, can I build like a content studio in there? He's like, yeah. I was like,
Okay.
and again, I went back to Pam and said, hey,
I know I said this thing, but now this is gonna.
this thing's
happen.
going. The other thing that I just started a few months ago is going pretty good. So remember, like how we're crazy. We like when things are going good, we like to make them more crazier.
Like add another kid.
I was dude, that's been. Oh my god, but that keeps coming up often. No, it's not gonna happen.
Outside conversation.
No, she wants to, and it's like, no, we got a dog instead. And Charlie's the best. It's like, no, way better than a kid. We have 2 beautiful kids and a rad dog.
Yeah,
So, dude, and don't mess it up. But anyways, I was like, dude, let's do this. I want to do this thing. What do you think? She was just like, yeah, dude, go for it. I trust you. I was like, well, that's your first mistake. So here's the trust in me, dear. Thanks. We'll see what happens.
That's great, though.
Yeah, so it's cool. And so I'm
good.
glad. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that we're doing it again. This is version 3.
3.0.
And, we'll see
Yeah.
what happens, man. I think that,
Taking off from here.
yeah, I'd like to bring some guests in, But
Yeah.
essentially, like, I think we were talking about this, bro. Like, make it your show.
Just shoot the shit.
I'll just be here. I'll just be here to talk to you about your show.
Yeah.
I'll be a regular guest on the Robby show. I don't even know if you like the name.
Tangent.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I like the
fun. It feels
logo.
fun.
It's snazzy.
Yeah, it feels fun.
It's snazzy. I have other ideas, but I mean, that'll be incorporated into the show.
Hit me with them.
And
Hit me with some ideas. I like ideas.
Oh no, man! I really want the cooking podcast. Like that would be a good thing.
The kitchen one?
Kitchen podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Kitchen culture, kitchen life. That would be a good one.
Yeah.
To bring in, but I have to figure out all the ins and outs of that and find people. But for this one, I definitely want to find some people to just bring in and like interesting people. That's what we want. Is just to have great conversation.
Sure.
Fucking shoot the shit.
Shoot the shit.
And then go home and say, hey, that was a good podcast.
Yeah. Well, right. And I don't think every episode necessarily needs to be the same thing.
No.
I don't know. why do people listen to any podcast? Like the crime ones are typically the most popular, and I get it because people are weird and they're into solving murder mysteries.
Yeah.
You know,
And they get hard-ons from it. They're like, oh, I love this.
yeah, there is kind of like a weird
sex.
Speaking
crime.
of, bro, dude, that's a tangent. I heard the other day, I either heard or read, probably heard, that by the time my kids have kids,
Yeah.
so my my grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 times.
skip one.
Carry the math. Yeah, my grandkids, it is highly likely that they'll be in romantic relationships with like humanoids with the way that AI is going.
Like AI robots, sex dolls kind of thing.
No, it would be like
Just like you come home and it's like, hey, honey, and she's like on the speakers and like, hey, how are you? How was your day?
no, but I think it'll be a tangible person. Like they're already pushing that limit of like robotics.
Was that Do Machina or Deuce Machina or whatever?
Ex Machina.
Do Machina, I think is a game. It's a video game. But yeah, Ex Machina.
Maybe Ex Macarena.
Ex Macarena.
Yeah.
Bring that back for after the 50-year anniversary of Macarena. Bring it back.
Go to any wedding, the Macarena.
Go
Go to any shitty wedding and somebody busts out either the chicken dance or the fucking Macarena.
Conga line, Macarena,
weddings
electric
suck.
slide.
I'm never doing it again, weddings. They're the worst.
dude.
If Pam and I ever get divorced, that's one and done. I'm not doing another one. Yeah, I'll just date. I'll just move to Japan and date. Like be a serial dater.
Serial dater in
But-
Japan.
Yeah, it feels like a place. That
You like the you do like the Asians. 'Cause
well,
of
I
course
just
your
feel
wife
like
is
it's a
Asian,
cool
but-
spot. I feel like
Yeah.
Japan's like the future. Like, cause you could serial date here. It's called Tinder, but it feels gross here. There's something in my brain, and I've never been to Japan, but there's something in my brain that makes me feel like if I went to Japan, that's like the future of dating and life and society is Japan. And I could be totally wrong.
It always seems more futuristic in Japan and like
in movies.
and
Yeah,
shit.
100%.
Like, it's like
Yeah.
it's like lights everywhere, neon this, neon that, just people doing it, putting their orders in on a screen and like
Swiping the air.
I think I saw a robot making an omelet, which puts me out of a job. As a breakfast cook.
Not really.
Not really, but still,
Yeah,
like I was
not
like,
really.
that's pretty fucking cool. And then they have like those vending machines that make pizza and shit like that.
Dude, they have those in Vegas, bro.
I was in Vegas too.
Yeah, what's the Cake Boss?
Yeah.
Cake Boss had like
that-
bunch of vending machines.
that
One of them
the
was a
Italian
dessert
dude
one.
or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
Yeah.
There was one that did like desserts. I don't know if it was ice cream or whatever it was, but and then there was one that like hot pizza.
Hell yeah.
Like not it wasn't DiGiorno,
Not delivery.
It was
It's
not delivery.
DiGiorno.
It was DiGiorno.
But dude, that's got to be a huge fucking vending machine. If you
It was massive.
pizza
dude.
oven.
Yeah, it was massive. It was like the size of the set. Like
Yeah.
it was pretty fucking big.
So you just press it.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, I want pepperoni. I want this.
And the new vending machines are pretty cool too. Have you seen these where it's like they have them at like the Raymond James where the Rays play. So they used to have it at Tropicana. Tropicana's gone now. But essentially, you walk into an area. There's like somebody chaperoning to but it's all fucking cameras and AI. And so you have these fridges. You swipe your card to get into the area, and then whatever you grab, like the cameras go, oh, that's $6. He took that out.
Yeah.
So even if you put it back, I don't think you
Yeah.
can put it back. I think once you take it, it's like, oh, that's yours.
Yeah, that's yours now.
And it just like, but there's no transaction. It's all just like beep, and then you go in, you grab what you need, you walk out,
yeah.
and then next thing you know, you got $90 on your card.
Yeah,
'cause you had
that's
two
like
drinks at a baseball game,
That reminds me of like
which is a rip.
Sam's Club. You know Sam's Club, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Are you a member?
I mean, I don't know Sam.
You're not a member.
I've never met Sam, but
Sam's a douchebag. No,
he does sound like Sam's kind of a dickhead name, right?
we know a Sam.
We do know a Sam.
He's
He was
nice.
not a dickhead. He's a sweetheart.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
he's a
He's a nice
sweetheart.
guy.
Yeah.
But at Sam's Club, you can self-scan all your items, and then you walk through this like gated area, and the person on the other side that like scans your receipts and stuff doesn't even scan your stuff. They see everything you bought there already as you're walking through, and they say you're good, and then you just leave.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's-
you've
it's
been to
kinda-
Costco.
kinda like-
So if you
yes,
know Sam, you must have heard of this guy named Costco.
I had Costco.
Okay.
It's like
So
the
what's-
Craigslist of Sam's Club.
Yeah, so what's up with the fucking dudes at the end that pretend like they're reading your receipt, but like, how in the fuck do you know? We bring our own bags
Yeah.
And you just kind of do one of these, like, yeah, this looks good. Smiley face on the back. Have a fucking good one, kid. It's like, what is that job? What are you even looking for? Like, what QC is happening in the, yeah.
Yeah. That's.
I think nothing.
Maybe they've got the eye for it. I don't know.
I think nothing. I think the same thing in Walmart and self-checkout. It's like there's that one person that's like policing the station.
Yeah.
But never once, I don't know, if there's an eye in the sky like in Vegas where somebody's
probably
checking the
is,
cameras. I don't
imagine,
know. But how do they fucking know?
Yeah, they
don't know.
They just kind of predict.
I think it's like airport security where it's random
Yeah.
screening, but we know it's not random. They're clearly going after
Yeah, it's
colored,
like-
colored people, which is fucked up. Is it colored? Can you say colored people? I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah, I don't
is that
know.
racist?
I mean, it's,
I don't know.
It's, that falls
I think
into the
everything's
whole
racist
spectrum.
now. Yeah, I think everything's racist now, man.
Yeah.
Just the fact that I exist as a white person in America, fuck, it's racist. It's so retarded. I was reading this other thing too about. Have you been following UK news at all?
Nah, not really.
So the UK's got some really weird laws. Like they're the first ones that will prosecute or can prosecute somebody if you say something shitty online to somebody else. And it's more than just threatening somebody. I think if you like defame anyone or if you say anything that's offensive, so that
like
could be
cancel
like
culture,
right
kind of stuff.
Yeah, kind of in that thing. But now it's like criminal. There's like
So
you
they
can
show
be
up to your
criminally
house and
or
they're
something.
like,
Yeah, and arrest you or whatever,
"Did you
right?
say X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, or
on
something like
this
that. But-
forum post.
But like now they're even. I was reading this thing about a UK judge said naming like they're preventing certain names of children. Like you can't name kids a certain thing. So the story goes, somebody was gonna have twins. They wanted to name one. Oh, sorry, am I playing footsies with you?
It's all right.
They wanted to name one of the twins Cyanide, and the other twin Preacher. Now I don't know why, right? But I guess said that crosses the line. There's a limit. You can't call your kid Cyanide or Preacher, right? I don't think a judge should intervene, but I do agree. I think they're shitty names. Like,
Yeah,
because what
if
kind of
your kid's gonna grow up with that name? Like,
what kind of fucking lifestyle is that?
I
kid
was
gonna
worried
have?
about naming my son Sasha. And
Yeah,
if your
well,
name's because
yeah.
it's a unisex kind of name.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but like
It feels more
but-
femme. I know
but-
more femme
yeah,
female
Sasha,
Sashas.
Yeah,
Oh, with the exception of Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
got it.
So it's like a
Yeah.
East
Is that where you drew
European- Well,
the Inspore?
yeah, Jenny's family's from Lithuania. Not really, but I mean, she's Lithuanian. But
Where
still.
is that? I'm gonna let my ignorance
It's
show here.
Right next to Lithuania.
Wait, I know the song
I don't know where it is.
by that
either.
one band. I think that's the song, right? Lithuania. Oh, Listomania. By that band was called Phoenix.
Totally wrong.
Yeah,
totally
Listomania.
wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, where the fuck is Lithuania? It sounds far. I promise you, it's not
pretty
here.
sure-
It's not in Florida.
I'll say it's in
Where
the Baltics.
is
I don't even know where that is, but I think it's like northern, Western Europe, Eastern Europe.
Northern Europe,
Yeah,
eastern shore of the
Near-
Baltic Sea.
I said Baltics, right?
You did. You said it, bro. You can do
Norway-ish.
it. Let's see. That looks like a really old map.
Norway's the biggest one, so then just make the.
Oh, it's right below
Correlation.
Latvia. Duh. How did you, idiot?
Which is so far from Kazakhstan
To the left
and
of
Uzbekistan.
It's north of Poland, Latvia.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
This is so bad.
Places we've never been, dude.
Yeah, no, like.
And we'll probably never go.
In that European area, and I feel so bad because I have kids that come work with me through this international program that we have at work. They come from India and the Philippines and Thailand, and they're
That's
so
cool.
cultured about the world. And then they come here and they're like, "Oh, do you know this?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "What's this in grams?" And I'm like, "I don't know grams.
don't know, man.
We're the imperial system here, America."
Yeah. Imperial system.
Imperial system, not the metric. But yeah.
No, it's crazy.
No, we're so uneducated, but
Oh, that's sad.
as we should be. I mean, we have a large enough country. We have to worry about everything here, anyways. Why not just?
Yeah. Well,
Forget about
but to that
what's out
point,
there.
there's people in this country that don't
Oh,
can't
yeah.
tell you what fucking U.S.
Oh,
capitals.
dude, I've seen so many
are.
videos that are so
know?
bad on
Dude, watch this. Remember this?
shit.
MISSISSIPPI. Yo, bro, I still got it. Fucking eat a dick. You know what I'm saying? I still got it. Don't even try to challenge me.
I used to know all the state capitals
Sure.
in like 5th grade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you had to know that shit for a test or something.
Yeah.
But
Or there was like a
beyond
song.
that, it's gone.
The Animaniacs, I think, did a song about it. Yeah.
The Winnie of
Yeah, but that was all the countries. Yeah.
Dude,
That was all the
I've listened
countries
to that
of the
recently.
world.
I love
Yeah.
that. Yakko. Animaniacs. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
We've come a long way. We have come a long way.
Professionally, personally,
Yeah.
all in all the ways that you come,
I think this
we come all the ways.
this has been a build up.
Oh, it's been building up.
And then this is the final release, I guess, for us.
Yeah,
But
it's cool.
I mean, it's just I think it's exciting to just like finally get to do this kind of thing and have people in here that like I think I was telling you this is like a second chance for me, you know, like to get out of the kitchen, do something that I really want to do. I've never been more passionate about talking since you and I have been doing this, and I've told you it's been therapeutic, you know.
Yeah.
So it's been great, and it's like
It's the thing you didn't know that you needed.
and I was like a plastic bag blowing in the wind,
Yeah, I'm listening.
like Katy Perry says, you know.
Is that her?
That's fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
Like a
Dude.
plastic bag blowing in the wind.
Got it, yeah.
I'm a house of cards, just so paper.
Ah,
thin.
yes, the great American poet,
It's Katy
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Yeah, Katy Perry. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. How's work going?
It's good, man. It's slowed down a little bit after Memorial Day, and now the summer is gonna bring, whatever it brings for us. So,
Summer typically busy? Not busy?
I mean, yes and no. We have the second property that's opened up, so it's like not as busy, but
Yeah.
we get a lot of work in there, which is nice. And quite frankly, I'm kind of tired. Like, why I want this to take off is because I'm tired of being just like a manager of people and then reporting to another people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't cook anymore, man. I don't do that. I just kind of tell people like, this is what we do. This is how we do it. This is how
But that's
we
like
do
the
it.
next step, right? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, for
is that considered executive chef?
I'm a sous chef.
Oh.
So then I have an executive sous chef and then the executive chef. So, but I miss cooking a lot. Like,
Yeah.
my dream would be for this to make a substantial amount of money for me, and then just like make pizza or fucking sushi, in like as a side job or side gig, or this be the side gig. I don't know.
Yeah. So I
But
think
I'm tired of just managing people.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Here's what my life has taught me,
Yeah.
and I'll reference the time in the band. If you're doing it for money, not the right reason to do it, right? If you're doing it for sex, drugs, rock and roll, nice, not the right reason to do it.
More perk, not
right?
the right reason.
Yeah, benefits of the trade, I guess. Not the right reason to do it, right? So I think that when you said that, you're learning something about yourself, you're stretching a muscle, talking and speaking,
Yeah.
it's therapeutic. Those were your words that you used. I think that's the reason to do it,
Yeah.
right? I think that getting together with a buddy, because we're both married, we have children, we have jobs, we have lives that are chaotic and busy as fuck.
Yeah.
Being able to sit down and do this is a blessing, and it's cool.
Yeah.
And so like that's a reason for me, anyways. And I'm not trying to besmirch you for if this thing, like, we get sponsorships and money and things come out,
Yeah.
cool.
No, I'm doing it.
And I'm
for
sure
what it is.
something like that will come. I think, but again, just kind of leveraging the band days, dude. It's like we never made money. I didn't make money until after I was out of the band.
Yeah.
Right. That's when I actually started
Guys
making
make
money.
like 30-cent royalties now, right, on Apple Music or something.
Yeah, for Weak Sauce, I don't
Yeah.
know, but like in Paint the Town Red, when after I moved back from Costa Rica and started Paint the Town Red with Eric Best, we recorded like a small little demo, and then we recorded like an EP or whatever.
Shout out to him because he's the music for this thing, right?
Yeah. I actually texted him today. I was like, "Hey man, can you send me that song?" Because I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna buy your album on iTunes." So I did, because I was trying. Like, I have the like subscription for Apple Music.
Yeah.
and you can download them to your device, but you can't you never own it.
Right.
Which is really weird about the way that like movies work now digitally and
Yeah, you can have it on
music
your phone,
works digitally.
but
Right, but like if the power goes out,
and there's
you
no
don't
Wi-Fi or
physically
something,
have music.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of a bummer. Anyway, so I texted him today. I was like, "Hey, are you sure I can use the song?" "Yes." "Sweet. I'll give you guys credit. Don't worry." 2, "Can you send me the album because I have it on iTunes, but it's not, or I have it in Apple Music, but it's not letting me download it." And it took him a minute to respond, and so I was like, I looked at the album, it was $8. I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy the album. And now so one album I bought
you own it.
is the Rude Squad album, so that's awesome, and it's a good song. Like that whole album actually slaps. It's pretty badass.
Yeah.
It takes me back.
They were good bands, man.
Hell yeah, man. There's a lot of good bands. I'm so out of the scene now, I couldn't even tell you what a
Yeah.
good band is locally
No.
anymore. But dude, at that time, man, music was like, I'm sure every generation says this, like, but dude, there was a lot of good music in St. Pete,
Like
in Tampa.
growing up, like a lot of
Yeah.
it was. And
A lot of cool
I was
bands.
at State all the time and Janice all the
all the time.
time. And
Like 2-3 times a month,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
At
Not
shows
more.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't even know where to go outside of like the big ones. Like Metallica was just in town. My brother went
Yeah,
to that
yeah, I
2
heard about
nights. I
that.
was like, that's cool, whatever.
I heard they were not so good.
I don't give a shit.
Somebody that saw the show was like, it was kind of sad. And I was like, oh, well, I don't really.
Well,
listen
they're
to
like
Metallica.
1,000 years old. Well,
Yeah.
that's not true. They're not as old as like AC/DC,
or
who's still
Rolling
touring,
Stones,
or Rolling Stones.
But
who are
Rolling
still doing
Stones have like staying power. Like I don't think Metallica really has that kind of staying power.
I don't know, man. Metallica's like probably one of the biggest bands in the world.
Yeah.
True story.
True story.
True story.
All right. I never followed them and never listened to
Right,
Metallica.
for sure. But it's like saying that I don't listen to Taylor Swift, but Taylor Swift's like
yeah,
the
she's
biggest fucking
she's
recording
banging,
artist
banging.
in all time or whatever. I don't know. She's got some, and I believe it, right? But even though I've never been to a show or I don't celebrate her whole catalog. My wife is a big fan. I remember
she's a Swiftie.
She was a lot more when we first met. Now she's a grown up, so she's like
Swiftess.
She's like Swift adjacent.
Swift adjacent.
Like
Swiftie, Swiftess.
But
Swift
we did pay a shit ton of money for her and her sister to drive to Miami to see that show, which is like outrageous how much money, dude.
Yeah, they're
like,
probably like $200 tickets, right?
Bro, we could have gone
On a cruise.
literally fucking anywhere to Lithuania. We could have gone to fucking Lithuania, man, for like probably a few weeks, right? For the amount of money it costs to send them to and act like I sent them, it was all my money, but no, when you're married, it's our money. But yeah, I remember it was a multiple month conversation because it was that much money. It was like, should I, shouldn't I? And finally I was like, dude, you're never gonna regret going, but you will regret not going.
Yeah.
So just fucking go. It's just money. And I know it's easy to say that when you don't have any. Or when you do have some, we're in this weird phase where like sometimes we have some and sometimes
I'm right there with you.
Sometimes we're broke as fuck, right? And it's like just because we're like really consistent about saving, and then even more so, my wife's brilliant at not touching the savings. That's a I'll give that to my wife because I'm not good that way. I'm like, if it's there, I have like a junkie's spirit, even though I don't do drugs. Like I'm just like, yeah, baby, there's money in that thing. Come on, let's go.
Credit card, let's
go spend it.
We'll
yeah,
just pay
like
off the balance.
Yeah, like building this thing, I was just like, fuck it. How much are the cameras? Don't care. Buy it. TV, don't care. Cool, get it. Like when Todd was helping build it, he's like, "What's your budget?" I was like, "I don't know, like maybe like $2,000 or $3,000, $20,000 is what I'm paying off right now. It's $20,000, which is again, but and when I talked to Pam about it, it sucks. I'm not acting like it's no big deal. It's a lot of money, but it's just money.
Yeah.
And we've had $20,000. We've spent $20,000 before, and we'll earn it. I'll earn $20,000 back, and
pay it off.
It's just like, it's just whatever, dude.
It is what it is.
It's just whatever, man. Like, what's the money for?
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying? This is a conversation Pam and I have all the time. It's like, okay, so we work. You work your ass off. I work my ass off. Cool. We have to. There's bills, house, kids, dentist and medical shit or whatever. I get it. Car payments and blah. But like, and then what? Like, what's the money for? What are we supposed to do with the money? Were you supposed to save it? For what?
Yeah.
For when? for when I'm like, which they
Yeah.
keep changing that fucking age. So
Oh,
when I'm
yeah.
67
Yeah.
and I have like maybe if I'm at the epitome of health, I have what 10 or 15 years, maybe 20 years to
Yeah.
use it, right? That puts me at 80ish. If I'm super fucking healthy, maybe I hit a 90. How old was your grandparents hit the hundreds,
They're
right?
90.
90s,
They're
yeah.
90, yeah.
None of my grandparents did that. I
Yeah.
think all my grandparents, expired, in their 80s. My point is that, okay, and then what? Leave
Yeah.
it to my kids? Why?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean,
make your own
that's-
fucking money.
That's useful to. I mean, it's responsible to hold on to it for your kids, I guess. Because like
Why?
it's supporting them even then
Why?
through adulthood, I guess. I
No,
don't
grow
know.
the fuck up. Go get a job. Go make your own money. Why you need my money? And maybe I'm being a dick. I don't know. I mean, I'm asking. I'm earnestly asking. Like,
Yeah.
what's the money for?
Well, it's a good safety net, I believe.
Sure,
to
for
have-
yourself.
To have for yourself, and if your kids would need it. So, I mean,
In the event of your passing.
yeah.
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 Well, I guess.
That's why they have like, life insurance and 401ks and
Oh yeah, I liquidated
Social
my
Security.
401k to pay for a lot of shit. I wasn't contributing to it,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
so I was like, we liquidated it.
Do you have
and
a
we
401k through this company?
no,
No, I didn't think so. I don't think so. That's fine.
no. I think I got like a Noah 1k, no 1k. Yeah,
A negative 1k.
yeah. Which people, why? So before I did that, I did talk to our accountant. I was like, hey, I was thinking about doing this, and this is what I was going to use it for, and this is like the plan. And she was just like, yeah, it's brilliant. At least you have a plan. You're not going to go liquidate and go fuck off in Vegas or anything,
Yeah.
So
No, it's changed
so
a
it
lot.
did a bunch of stuff.
It's changed a lot within the last 50 years, I think. From our parents growing up to, and our grandparents raising our parents, like as far as money is concerned, and where it's supposed to be and where it's supposed
how
to
it
go.
works and
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then also the economy's changed. So, like, money is like just spend it kind of thing to help the economy, I guess.
maybe
Right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just use it, and again, I don't like use it like buy candy
Yeah.
or, don't pay rent because you're out drinking with pals.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that like, what's it for?
Yeah.
Like, what's this life? What's the purpose of all this? What's the purpose of getting up early and going to work and working at a place that maybe you fucking hate most days or you love every day? It doesn't matter, but you go to work and then, you buy the house and you buy the car and you have the fucking kids and like, okay. And then, like,
Yeah.
what's all this shit for? Why are we fucking
I
here?
ask myself the same question
You know?
because Jenny has these worries about all that money and this and that. And
Sure.
we have medical bills and stuff like that.
Sure.
But I mean, that's what the money's for, is paying for the necessities, right?
Yeah.
Right? To take care of a person, yourself, or your dependents.
Right.
But
And then
after that, I guess it's just like trying to enjoy what you have. And that's what I do. I'm enjoying
what you have.
I'm enjoying what I have right now. Like, we don't go on crazy vacations, but we get out every once in a while. The kids get out every once in a while. I do my thing every once in a while.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying it.
That's it.
I enjoy
your life.
I'm enjoying my money.
Yeah.
How little it is.
Yeah. Because this is it.
Yeah.
I had this thought too. Right around the same time, I was like reinventing myself.
Like
I guess, or-
questioning this. Yeah.
Well, not just kind of, but not in like a weird, like midlife crisis-y kind of way, but just kind of like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what
It's
am
like-
I doing? What
It's
is
like the ultimate
point?
realization.
Yeah,
of,
like, what is-
purpose?
Yeah, like, why am I working for other people? Why?
Yeah.
Because of job security? Like, okay, well, sure, I get that. Insurance? Okay, fine, sure, I get all these things, but like, I was fucking miserable.
Yeah.
So, like, is that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
No.
Try to make yourself happy.
Figure
I
it
guess.
out, right?
Figure it out. Yeah.
And so, like, if that, again, going back to the fever dream of when I was laying in bed and just hot as shit, dude.
Sweating my balls off.
Yes, literally sweating bullets. I just realized that, Robbie, yes, we can, dude. Yes, whatever it is, man, yes.
Yeah.
Say fucking yes, man. I was saying no to myself ever since the band. The last time I said yes like this was the band.
Yeah.
Like writing songs and doing shows and getting together with those rad dudes and playing all the, just and having a rad time and just saying yes. Like that's like the last time I think I felt this kind of alive outside of my. Well, hold on. Let me back up because obviously I feel alive with my wife and my kids. I'm not
Yes, yeah,
shitting on
yeah.
that. It's a different bucket though. It's
Yeah.
like a different bucket of existence. It's very beautiful and
More personal.
this
right?
was like me shit.
Yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying? Like that's us shit, and it's wonderful and it's beautiful, and I'm not pooing it. I'm just saying that, like, yeah, dude. Like, it feels. It's the most terrifying thing ever.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, but that's also what makes it like super awesome,
Exciting.
super rewarding, super
Yeah.
exciting,
Yeah.
fun, dude.
Yeah.
I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I'm having panic attacks sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, because it's. But I had the same thing in the band.
Yeah.
You know, when we were writing songs, like that shit's scary. Writing.
Would it work? Would it not work? Kind of shit.
Well, yeah, sure, but also like I wrote this in my bedroom at like 4 a.m, and like now I'm gonna sing it in front of like 50 to 100 people that like some of them I know, which is even scarier than doing it to a stranger because who gives a fuck what a stranger thinks, you know? But like, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. It's cool, man. But going back to the point I was trying to make is that like, this is right now.
Yeah.
Is your time.
Yeah, this is I'm passionate about this shit. This is what I want to do
Right.
now. This is my
Sure. And again, I'm not speaking about this. I'm just saying like this life.
Oh, this
like
life.
You have this one life.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
right now.
No, dude, I've been
If not today, then when?
I'm very in the moment and very like fuck the future, fuck the past. Like this happened, so what? This is happening to this guy, so what? This is where we are right now. I'm dealing with this. This is where I want to be. I am sort of happy, you know. Sometimes I'm really happy, sometimes I'm not. Fucking get back on the horse and fucking ride that shit, you know? Like just go.
We're the last generation to
Just
do
go.
that, I think.
Oh, yeah.
The whole bootstrap thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I think it's offensive to say that.
Right, to get on your horse.
To grab yourself by the bootstraps is considered offensive because some people don't have boots.
Oh.
Like legit, that's the mentality of like, well, boots suggests that you come from a place of privilege.
Oh.
And it's not really easy for everybody because we've become a world of like everybody. It's
Different things mean different things to everybody. So
which is dumb.
And respect the different viewpoints of different people. I respect it too. But
I don't subscribe to that though. I think that we all find in your shoes or pull whatever fucking metaphor words,
Birkenstocks.
whatever words you need for this metaphor to land with you is you fall down, get up,
pick yourself up. Yeah.
Well, but you know that's all this means is if you fall down, get up. Well, it's easier for some people to get up, sure, but get up.
You can feel bad about yourself for a little bit, but
get up.
Like you still got to go.
Yeah.
So
and that pisses people off. There was somebody online I was feuding with.
I love that statement. Someone online I was feuding with
about this kind of and to be fair, you know, this person's we don't share the same views, which is lovely because they're the best kinds of conversations. Because they're not like fuck you, no fuck you. It's like, oh, that's really interesting. I didn't really think about it this way. Did you consider this? And it's like, now what typically happens with some people is I'll say something like this. Wow, that's really interesting. I didn't think about that. Right. But I'll never get that in response to a point that I've made.
Right.
It's always a counterpoint.
Yeah.
Right. And so I don't just say that to placate people. I'm saying that because it's like, oh, okay, that's an interesting perspective. Like we both read a headline, or she shared something with me, and the headline read, blah, I don't know, something, whatever. And I was like, oh wow, that's really interesting. And her response was like, no, it's horrible. And here's why, and all these things. And I was like, oh, I did not get that from that headline.
Yeah.
Like, that is not how I interpreted
It's a personal interpretation.
Right.
Like, however we see it.
Right. It's interesting. But so in that same argument was the whole bootstraps conversation. And I was just like, yeah, I understand that not everybody owns boots.
Yeah, I'm not a cowboy.
I don't own boots. Actually, I do have a pair of hiking boots that I break out anytime we go to North Carolina, which is like once, maybe a year, right? So practically brand new. I've worn them like 6 times. Anyway, my point is that like, yeah, it's not about the boots.
Yeah.
It's not even about the straps. It's about we all fall down, and your options are stay down
or get up,
and be down there where it's dirty down there. It might be hard here. I imagine it's shittier down there. So get up, right?
Get yourself to a better place.
So I didn't understand how. I guess I don't understand how that's divisive or racially charged or like prejudiced or like not
Was this person the same age as us?
more or less ish.
If
I don't know. I
they're-
don't
if
see
they're-
age.
Oh, I know you don't because your wife's like 10 years younger than you, but
9, you son of a bitch. No, I'm just yeah. I don't.
but
Age ain't
but
nothing
I
but a
mean,
number,
like
dude.
10 years, that could be a whole like misinterpretation of a certain,
Sure.
saying. So
Well, sure, but I also think it's a mentality of like it's like a victimhood mentality.
Yeah.
It's like life is happening to me.
yeah,
It's like okay, well, me too then, I guess.
yeah.
No, it's not.
Not me too. Hashtag me too.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but
Me as
too,
well.
Like,
Me as well.
Yo también.
Yeah, yo también. Exactly.
Which is more of a
right. Yo también.
suitable-
Sure. Yeah. So it's like, okay, I don't know, man. And then again, and then it's all hidden under the cover of if you disagree, it's because of the color of my skin, because I have privilege. I come from privilege, which is a comical statement because I'm number 4 of 7 kids. My parents were broke as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't
Privilege.
I didn't I didn't go to college. My parents didn't have college fund.
Yeah.
They didn't have savings for us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we all had to pull ourselves up by our fucking bootstraps
Yeah.
to become the things that we
Hey,
became.
easy with the bootstraps.
Yeah,
tonight, please.
right. And praise God, we've all, every one of my siblings, statistically, one of us should be dead or gay or, addicted to drugs and or whatever, and none of that's happening. Like we're all doing well. Actually, I don't know, I think sometimes I think my brothers are pretty gay, but
Jared? Joe?
no, I
Joey?
don't think like
No,
really
I
gay.
know,
No. And if he was, who cares?
Yeah.
But my point is that like statistically speaking, like something horrible. None of us should have. One of us shouldn't be as successful as we all are, and we're all doing really, really well. Healthy
Yeah.
wives, healthy lives, healthy
Yeah.
families. Good careers, whatever. But going back to the privilege thing, it's like fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like presumptuous. It's kind of racist to think that because of the color of my skin that you think I have money. I don't have any fucking money.
Yeah. No.
Right? Like-
I came from a family that doesn't like have a lot of money, but
Yeah.
like they're pretty
Conservative.
conservative about their money.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
it would be nice, to get some help, but at the same time I'm just doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, my
You know,
parents didn't buy us
trying to make
cars. We bought us cars.
Yeah.
And that's why all of our cars were shitty.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because I think your first car should be shitty. It builds character, right?
Well, I had a shitty car growing up
Yeah.
that my parents did buy,
Yeah.
but I paid for the insurance.
Sure.
I paid for,
gas.
fixing it
Yeah,
up, the
maintenance,
gas and
et cetera.
everything.
Yeah.
15, 16 years old, that's
Yeah.
what we were doing. And I think that's also what's lost on these kids nowadays is that
How do I raise these kids? Yeah.
Yeah, they don't understand.
Yeah.
Like I try to tell my 18-year-old all the time, like, or Jenny does at least. I try to talk to him. He doesn't listen, but Jenny gets a little feedback from him, but just like what you got to do to make it work for you. And, I'm trying to put out that image of if I'm not there for it, like, how are you going to handle it?
How does this all work?
Like if I'm not there to cook you dinner, if I'm not there to ask you what you want for dinner or, ask you if you have this or ask you if you have
Or to
that,
push you or to motivate
Yeah,
you
yeah.
to what's up with your job?
yeah.
Or if you have a girlfriend, like what's up, like if I'm not there to coach you up
Yeah.
on like life.
That's all it is.
Then
it's
what-
life experience. Because
Then
that's
what
what I told him.
happens?
I was like,
Right.
you have, little life experience. We have a lot. And at the same time, he just shoots us down and says, yeah, it'll be okay. I'll be fine.
True.
I'll figure it out. Blah, blah, blah. Which you let them go and they have to do that. And that's how you learn. But
Well, I think that
I mean, I think adding a little bit of support and just putting in their ear that, you don't know everything, but just come back to us if you want to,
yeah.
if you need to.
Yeah.
Because that's what my parents did.
Right, my parents do. I think that's what ends up happening too. Anyways, man, is that we love our children just like our parents loved us, right? And I think that they put these pillars in place. We'll call them
Yeah.
ethics or morals or whatever, but like these core pillars in place in your life.
I call it planting the seed.
Sure,
You
yeah,
plant the seed.
right,
Right.
exactly. Foundational stuff
Yeah.
that we all reject in some way or another
At an
right?
age, yes.
In adolescence,
Yeah.
or that's part of like the immaturity of maturity
Yeah.
of maturing, right?
Yeah.
Is like you fuck off. And then I found I'm going to be 43 in August. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
41.
Dude, party. Cheers. Oh, you don't have a beer. I'll go get you a beer.
Okay.
After this point. Yeah, but I think we all fuck off, and then you kind of come back to whatever those foundation. At least for me, I came back to a lot of those founding principles that, even though I rejected them in my youth, on the surface, those seeds had been planted.
That you're raised with, yeah.
You know, and so similarly, now that I'm a father, right? A couple of things. It's amazing. Perspective is wonderful because now I'm like, shit. Sorry, mom and dad. I was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
I didn't get it, right? Yeah. And I don't think I'd like to think that I get it now, right? But I'm sure like
it's not 100%.
I'm
like
getting
80%.
it. Well, so it's I
Yeah.
don't get it because that assumes or that like alludes to that it's like finite. Like I got it.
Yeah.
No, it's like I'm
We're still
constantly
learning.
fucking
No, we're
getting
still
it.
learning.
Like oh shit, I get that now, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all these things of
It's
getting
changing.
it. So
All changing.
I'm in school, dude. School never ends as far as like
The school of life. It's a hard
It's
knock
crazy.
life. You know?
It's crazy,
Like,
man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and the world is just changing so fast.
Yep.
Like technology's
Especially in the past 20 years. For
Yeah,
us,
dude.
I mean, we were the ones that grew up in the like huge jump of shit going down, changing.
Sure.
Like if you think about our grandparents when they grew up, my grandparents grew up in the 30s and 40s, and then through the 50s it kind of changed, and then my parents were born, it kind of changed, but then like 70s, 60s, like it started like blowing up.
Dude, the iPhone.
But
The iPhone changed, or I'm sorry, the iPod changed everything.
Yeah. What would you say? Apple just changed everything pretty
Well,
much.
Napster was
Yeah,
part of that too, and
Napster, yeah.
LimeWire. But like the internet,
Yeah.
the new internet changed everything. And then AI, and so that was like a whoop.
Yeah.
And then we were doing this, and it's like AI is like,
Yeah.
and then that shit's exponentially,
Oh, yeah.
like week over week, dude, is blowing my mind, dude. It's so, and more than ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like the Google
Yeah.
of,
I use
of
that as
AI.
Google now, for sure.
Dude, AI, they're doing such crazy shit with AI right now, man. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And it's insane when the dudes that invent it go, we can't believe this shit's happening. Like their minds are blown. They built the shit and they're going, oh, I didn't know it could do that. Right? Like that's terrifying. Right? And not in like the T2 kind of way,
Yeah.
but maybe.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. But it's fucking nuts.